All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Carlos Watkins in there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there on a Lion first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the It's maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They will run for the first time here with White, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Stafford. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Now a first down carry by Bell. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So an empty possession, and what do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Watson now to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 40, check, he's coming, he's coming.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Bell running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on right and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Kill.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
This is it. 19. Put it towards down. He's coming.
Operating from the gun. Watson. He's got Fuller. A good pickup there. 21 yards. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Stafford on 1st down. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
He's crashing.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over. Now a first down throw. Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And Thomas has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Set. 19. Alert. Alert.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey.
31.
Delta. Whip. Watch the whip.
At 25.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the mic right
And
now.
let's go.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now Watson looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Caught here by field before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
Check. 3 now. Hurry. Tighten up.
This is Bell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. A gain there of 21 yards. Watson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. That will throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. To throw is Watson. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys and plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Letting one go deep for a Newton, and got his man complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Charlie.
Again, it's Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, it's Watson. That's Stills bringing it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. A first down carry here for Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Damon Harrison breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. After the sack on first down, Watson, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Watson now to throw. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. On first down, it's Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Anunwa's got it, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Quincy Enunwa, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Next, the score, Lions 10, Texans 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They give him a gain of 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 24-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll go again with Bell. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
50.
They snap it to Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now, Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check my 20.
Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Miller. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On third down, Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got the hook up with Conley.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Final score, Texans 27, Lions 10.